All right, guys, so the only thing I haven't done on this so far for the review is I've assembled the bike, I've charged up the battery, she's ready to ride. I'm going to take this video a little bit differently. I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to do the ride first, so you guys that want to watch the ride and see how it performs, great. It'll be done, and then after that, we'll go into some photos, show you how pretty this bike photographs and each independent part. And then we will do the little bit of unboxing and then assembly on this trike. So the thing I want to talk about is side by side of the folding TK1, which has 20-inch by 3-inch tires. There's a difference in looks, and I don't know about ride yet because I haven't ridden it, but I can tell you I do have just what I think is a preference, and I'll tell you why when we ride this and take a look at it. So let's at least get out and ride it a little bit. All right, guys, we have the Mooncool TK1-FAT20 out for a ride. So I've got the battery on, got everything on except for the reflectors on the wheels. I will put those on at a later date, maybe later today. But to get this going, you just push this top button here. That turns it on. And then if you push this bottom button over here, that'll turn on the headlight, and the headlight is on. The other button over here gives you a walk if you want to walk, and also you got to push it long for it to walk. I'm on it. I'm sitting too low, which I expected because it's at its lowest setting. And for point of reference, guys, I'm 265 pounds, 5'11", at the most, maybe 5'10 and a half. But this is the bike. Walking away from it because it's running towards me because I got a slight slope. And let's give it a ride here. Okay, so now we're on it. That's a much better feel for my seat. Probably could move it up a little bit more. Now I'm pedaling. That was the horn. Oops, there's PAS1 right there. And in PAS1, I'm doing about 7 miles an hour. All right, there's PAS2. And in PAS2, I'm going faster. Let me turn the headlight off because I can't see. There we go. I'm going 10. It's not dark enough. The display dims when you're moving. So that's PAS2, and I'm going 10. There's PAS3. She's much faster. Then she comes to a stop at 15. So 15 miles an hour in PAS3. Use the front brake. Front brake works fine. Again, these are manual brakes. Yeah, these are manual brakes. So we will come back to PAS2. And I am pedaling. I think I'm in I think I'm in gear 7. So as I come back down, yeah, I do need to adjust my derailleur because it does not go all the way down to 1. So that's a very simple fix. There's a high and a low knob screw, and you just change that. That's very easy. So 1 pedal, 2 pedals, and she's moving. I'm in PAS2. Takes about a pedal and a half to get it to start to rotate. This does have the backrest on it. First bike I have with a backrest. I think I could probably move my seat back a little bit more, and that would be better. Also, so you know, when you push the button on the left, the speed changes on the display. Let me show you. Well, you can see it from my chest cam, I think. Just show you just to make sure. So this button here brings you up in speed. This button here brings you down in PAS, not speed. So see, I went to PAS 2, now I went to PAS 3, now 2 and 1. So the button on the far right gets you down in speed, the button on the far left gets you up in speed. And then your on-off is right there. All right, so now we're just gonna come down here and ride a tad. Tell you what my thought is. So in building this bike, so this is a fat tire bike. This is a true fat tire 20-inch bike, 4-inch wide fat tire bike. Front brake works great. Like I said, I've got to make an adjustment on my back brake, and that's to be expected with the very first out of the box ride. I put it together just like my shifter. I have to make an adjustment on the shifter. I expected that. I did not expect it to be perfect 1 through 7 out of the box. So that's a very simple fix. The back brake is a very simple fix. Part of the back brake I could get by turning the barrel, but I think it's a little more than that barrel, so I'm gonna make that adjustment on the back. As for the ride, it's smooth. It's trying to tighten the front handlebars a little bit. It's smooth. It's a nice ride. Oh yeah, that got it better. It's a nice ride, and I like the front thumb throttle. It's a right thumb throttle. I like that. And I've pedaled enough. I don't have my seat tight enough because it's slipping down a little bit. Very simple fixes, guys. Those are nothings. But I think when you give it gas, just throttle only, it's going to take you to full speed. And I can tell you by looking at it, yes, that's what's happening. The bike is, the Trike is nice. I do like it. It's the front wheel drive doesn't feel any different than the rear wheel drive TK1 folding at this point in time, because I'm not trying to take it up hills on gravel or loose dirt or sand. I would think that the rear wheel drive would do better on that. As for how the bike rides, it rides very similar, fairly smooth, kind of what I expected, but let me give you the pros. Same speed, same feel. Handlebars look the same. I love the handlebars. I love the front wheel. I love the color. I love its feel. It's a little taller. It seems a little bigger than the TK1 folding, and it rides similar. Again, I'm at 15. I'm going flat out as this thing can go. Very nice basket on the front. The basket on the back is not my favorite basket. I've had them on several Trikes, and not a great fan of that. I got to go to the mailbox. Now, for the shifter is a Shimano 7-speed shifter. I love that shifter. I do. I love that shifter. I think all bikes should come with that as a minimum. All right, I'm going to come here. I got to stop and get my mail. All right, so got my mail. Horn's great, by the way. I like the horn. So the pros, size, color, big fat seat. The 20x4-inch tires are more road tires, so they don't ride like a real hard, heavy, loud sound. That's great. It seems to be built really well. The things I don't like about it all come down to this. If you're older and you don't want to put a bike together or a trike together, this is not the one for you. You're either going to have to get someone to put it together for you, or allow for some patience and time, and have a little bit of mechanical skills. If you don't have mechanical skills, this is not the trike for you. Go to the TK1 folding trike. Now, the differences: 4-inch tires. It's not a biggie to me. The 3-inch are great tires. The TK1 folding in 3 is great. I said patience, mechanical skills, and time. They say, I've heard anyway, 65 to 75% assembled. I'm going to say, for me, it seemed closer to 65%. Now, if you took the entire bike apart, it would probably be closer to 80% built, but you're not doing that. You're starting with what you know as a standard bike and the way bikes are put together and how they usually come from the manufacturer. This to me is about 65%. You got to put the front basket on. You got to build and put on the back basket. You have to put on the back tires. You have to put on the fenders, charge the battery, put on the derailleur, put on the chain, put in the back brake cable. All those things take time. It's not as simple as people would make it out to be. Now, if you're an elderly lady and you have a husband that likes to tinker, if you're a tinkerer, have that patience and you'll do fine on the bike. You'll do fine building the bike. It's not rocket science, but it takes a little bit of patience. I would think patience is the biggest one. So from that standpoint, I like the TK1 folding better. Is it $400 better? It depends on your time. Do you value, 2 or 3 hours putting this one together versus basically the one that comes as the TK1 folding takes 30 minutes to put together. Now, you can subtract that and you talk about an hour and a half or 2 hours on this one, but and that's true. But for me, and the differences too, you get a little bit of difference. And mostly that comes in the form of the back rack is better on the TK1 folding, and the brakes are hydraulic on the TK1. Those are the two big ones. Besides, as you know, I said I have to go home and adjust the derailleur and adjust the back brake. Those come pretty well adjusted from the factory on the TK1 folding. Now, if all you have is $1,300, this is not a bad choice. Just remember to take your time and build it properly. It's not hard, but it takes time. The unboxing to me, because it comes double boxed and a lot of stuff on it, I didn't include that in this video because that took time as well. Then you have to get rid of those boxes. So all of that plays into a numbers game in terms of time. And to me, that is that almost puts the it puts the TK1 folding above this for that. Now, I'm 265 to 270 pounds, 5'11", and this bike, this trike, feels very good on me. A little higher than the TK1 folding, and this is a nice trike. Don't get me wrong; it's a very nice trike. I've had 4 trikes. To me, this is the second best trike I had. I had a Veribus trike. I'm going to name them all. I had a Veribus trike, didn't even make the cut. I didn't put the video out. I recorded it. I did it all. And that bike never got shown because it was horrible. And it was a bike that I had to completely put together. That was a nightmare. We're going to go back down here and then come back, and then we'll call that. Well, I already did that, and you saw this trike can get up that hill. So that's the worst bike I ever had, or trike I ever had. I hated that trike. I didn't think it was quality enough to put on the channel. It was the same price as this trike. Imagine that. And this trike blows that one away. The next one was the Buzz Trike. The Buzz Trike, nice trike, expensive. Very much on the price of the TK1 folding, very similar, except it was a mid-drive, and you had to pedal it. There was no throttle to help you. There was no throttle to help you get out of trouble. There was no throttle to say, man, I'm just too exhausted. I don't want to pedal. I want to just throttle home. So, in my opinion, that was the third bike. It was a nice trike. It was a very nice trike. This is second. This trike actually, if I had never had the TK1 folding, I would make these adjustments and be happy as a clam, because it is a nice trike. The TK1 folding for the extra $400 is a phenomenal bike, a phenomenal trike. It doesn't have the color screen, which this one has. That's very pretty. This has a very nice screen. But this is the second best trike. The TK1 folding is the best trike I ever had. And it's the best trike you'll ever need. But if you can't afford it, this is a very, very good alternative. Now, this is not something that Mooncool has said, you have to tell how great this trike is. I don't have to do that. That was not part of the program. The program is to review it and tell you what I think. And the review is, I saw some lady looking at my grass. The review is, this is a nice trike, and their level up to me, which is the TK1 folding, is better. It's, in my opinion, worth the $400 more. Now, does that mean I'm not going to ride this? Nope. I'll ride this. I'll ride this, and I'll ride the TK1 folding. And now let me take you in, and we'll put the two next to each other and kind of show you the differences. And if all you can afford is $1,300 and you want a trike, this is the trike. If you can afford $1,700, I think the TK1 is folding is superior. Here's the TK1 and the TK1-FAT20. You can see that the FAT20 has tires that are a little taller, which makes the trike a little taller. The step through is just a little taller on the FAT20. I do like the fenders on the FAT20 better. The FAT20 does not come with a rear light or turn signals. The folding does. The folding comes with the hydraulic brakes. The FAT20 does not. FAT20 comes with a beautiful color screen, and the folding does not. FAT20 comes with a fatter seat and a backrest. The folding does not. But if you look at the two, a lot of people tend to think I would go with the big fat tire bike or trike. The 20x4-inch fat tire trike looks beefier, but it is no different in terms of how it rides and or anything like that to the Mooncool TK1 folding. I'm just in love with the folding. Look at the back rack. The back rack on the folding is solid and beautiful. On the TK1 FAT20. It's a 5-piece assembly. My opinion is it's not as good as the one on the TK1 folding. Front racks, similar enough. I don't think they're not the same. Similar enough though, similar size. For me, I prefer the folding, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Here's the look of them together, so you can make a judgment on your own. Like I said, let's turn it this way so you can see. Handlebars look about the same. Stems are very similar. The TK1-FAT20 a little taller, but trust me here, I'm going to show you something too. Let's do this. Here's what I look like, 5'11", 265 on the FAT20. Fits normal, feels nice. Now let me show you what I look like on the slightly smaller folding. This is what I look like on the folding. I don't think there's a significant difference in feel to me. I think I sit further away from the handlebars on this one, but I have not made that adjustment on the seat on that one. Yeah, so there you go, guys. That's what it looks like. That's what they feel like. TK1 folding, TK1 FAT20. Take your pick. Save the $400, build yourself. Spend $400 more and have it mostly built for you. 95%, this is true 95% build. That's 65, 70%. That takes a little bit of work, but again, remember, if you're patient, you can do it. Patience and time are the two things it takes for that one. Left side. Okay, now you got to take these off. That pulls out. You have to do the same on the bike. Now, you're going to point this at the bike. I'm going to take this out. This one you can't take out because it's blocked up against the rotor. I'm going to point it at the bike. And now I'm going to bring this up here. And I'm going to put it right about there. I'm going to put my one notch in. Going to take another, and I'm actually going to put it through that one. I'm going to put the last one over here on this side. Okay. Now I'm going to slide it as far forward as I can get it, and that's right there. And I hope you can see that. Let's see if we can point you up at it. Okay, so I have one here, and I have an opposite way here. Same on this side. Now, on the last one, kind of wiggle it a little bit. Let me show you that one. This one here, you got to wiggle this up and down a little bit to get the square part of the cap nut into position. Then you put that on, and we'll put this on. Now I'm going to use a ratcheting style. Just because it's quicker. Okay, now we're going to attach the handlebars. And we're just going to raise this here. Let's see if I can set you back a little bit so you can see a little better. Raise this here, put it into place. Find the right position for them, which is about like this. Put them into place. Slide that around. Once it's locked into place, we need to take this apart and tighten that screw right here down. Tighten that down. Then you can bring this back up. And now I got to tighten these. All right, that's tight. Now while we're on the front end, let's go ahead and put the basket on. Okay, this is a 4mm. All right, now we're going to put the front headlight on. Okay, they have the headlight wire tied up under this cable management system. We're just going to undo that. Now we'll take this, we'll find the aligner, which is right here. It's facing me. Facing me. There we go. This is a number 6. Fits. I think it's a little elevated, so I'm going to have to twist it down a little bit. All right, for me, I turn the trike on the side just so I can get to this bolt. I don't want to have to lay on the ground and then lay on the ground to do this and lay on the ground to do this. I'm just trying to make it simple for myself. So I laid it up on its side. Now, there is a screw right here. This screw goes right in this threaded hole right here. Okay, so this is a 5mm, guys. Now when you put this on, make sure you got enough room for this to swing forward and out. And I think right here, right about there, I'm going to have room to make my high and low adjustments if I need to. So what you want to do is you want to be able to look right here, and you can see your adjusters right here if you need to make that adjustment. Okay, tight enough. And this swings forward enough, so I'm good there. I'm really good there. Now this is a catch holder for the wire. Once you come through here, this will catch the wire. All right, let's see if you're following me. So I'm wrapping the chain around the sprocket in the front. Now I know this is going to come here because this holds pressure on the chain. So this will come through here. Then it'll back up through here. Like so. And then I'm going to wrap my chain around the freewheel back there. And this here, and I'll bring it together and I'll use the magic link to put it together. Pretty simple. They give you these magic links for just because it kind of seems simpler. I don't know that it truly is simpler. So there we go. This will go in here like so. This will go like so, and then you just pull it. And then as you pedal, see right here, as you put pressure on it, it's going to slide this into a locked position. Okay, So this is a number 9. So what you do is stretch your cable out, send it through, get it tight here, like so. And now we lock this down. As tight as we can get it, we're going to lock it down. Comes underneath here, gets locked into this little piece here, tighten this down, and now we're locked in. So now we have to work on the brake. So here's the pull to lock the brake in. So you just take this cable, push it through the barrel as far as it can go, like so. Okay, there's the brake. We can make some minor adjustments later. All right, I think we're set there. All right, guys, that looks like it's about it. I do have to put the reflectors on, and I think that's it. Reflectors, plug the battery in, and she's built. These things that came for the basket, I didn't really like them, so I switched those out with zip ties. Zip ties worked really, really well, and they're black and they match the basket, so I like that a lot better. Okay, guys, one other thing I want to tell you with the assembly. When I assembled it, I put this on the outside of this bar. You probably could swing it on the inside of the bar and around. I didn't do that. Maybe you should do that. The other thing, when you assemble the bike, make sure that you get the chain inside of this rail here. Otherwise, the chain is going to come out and it'll rub this. So make sure you do that before you put the magic link on. I didn't do that, and getting the magic link off was a challenge, but I did get it off. All right, those are the two things on the assembly that I would point out to you to be very careful of.